The value of social media for Southwest is huge. For a company, we like to tell people that Southwest Airlines is in the customer service business. We just happen to fly airplanes. So if that is how you're grounded, how could we not put social media as of utmost importance? Because if it's all about service, we want to make sure we're responding to every opportunity, and now social media. It's funny because in the early days, you still have people talking about social media. What does it mean for my brand? Do I understand it? You might have a CMO that isn't an active, tweeter themselves. Well, you don't necessarily have to be. You just have to understand the people that are relating to your brand. How do they talk about it? So I think there's this sort of divide, and it kind of, back in the day, in early days of digital marketing, you had kind of the C-suite level trying to understand it. They get the volume of how you were sort of interacting with people on the web, but the digital piece of advertising to pull people to your web, they weren't consumers of it, so they didn't always understand it. And I think companies are struggling a little bit with the social side now, and you have to give up control. So if you're in a highly regulated environment, which airlines can be, and there's a lot of other brands here today that are also, that's frightening. So how do we give that up, and how do we be an active participant? For Southwest, because we've always tried to say, we have almost 35,000 employees. We've said that equals 35,000 marketers. We have the opportunity for each one of our employees that interact with our consumers in a variety of ways, whether they're headquarters employees that are back office staff, or whether they're actually frontline employees that actually deliver the service. We are all ambassadors of the brand. So if you are grounded in that type of philosophy, then all social media does is amplify that strategy. So it means social media has allowed more conversations to take place and be captured. We had a great story last week where we had a flight that had to get diverted into a ancillary airport. It wasn't even an airport we served. And it wasn't something due to the aircraft, it was something had to do with the airport. Well, the pilot called up a pizza joint and ordered pizza for the passengers while they were waiting on the ground to get to, their ultimate destination. Well, immediately, we didn't tell him to do that. That's not in the script. What's in the script is take care of your customers. He took care of the customers, ordered the pizza. Fabulous photo that was, twit pic immediately of the pilot walking down the center of the aisle with a pizza box serving the customers. So this immediately, spirals, and because you're paying attention to it, we see it right away. Well, all we did was watch the conversation. We didn't. Thanks for sharing was really all our response, and it just, things like that take on a life of its own. So you might have had something like that happen in the past, like we'd have pilots doing things like that, but the power of sharing that exact experience with the size of the audience that exists in social media is, I've never seen anything like it.